I'm your host, Maz Double, and right next to me is my co-host, Luis Azola. Shout out to the team. And the producer on helping us out right now is Luz Cruz on the production. Shout out. We here. We live and direct right now. And I'm loving it, man. You know, welcome to another show, you know, the third episode of the podcast. And I'm very excited to be here for this one. And yeah, let's get into it, man. So basically, man, I want to start off with how the week went, how the weekend went. You know, it was a tough one. Sí. It was a very, very tough one, Luis.
Dime de eso. Dime cómo fue eso. Ya tú sabes.
Thank you. You were there, man. Thank you for, you know, for showing up. You know, I seen you come to the La Rosa funeral. We had to bury my my nephew. Very unfortunate. It was very tough, very hard thing to do. And we're still grieving. You know, every day that's not going to go away because it's brand new, and it's never going to go away because it's very tough when you lose your first young one from our family. You know, that was the first. Edwin Guzman Jr., the third, he was the first young person that we lost in our family. And he was 21 years old. So we had to bury him, man. We did the funeral at La Rosa. Then we had to bring him to Rock Valley Cemetery in Holyoke.
When was the next day? Because it was last Friday. On Friday was the funeral in La Rosa.
Yeah, it was Friday La Rosa from 6 to 8. A lot of people showed up. I want to thank everybody. Give a round of applause for the people that showed up. You know, a round of applause for y'all. I appreciate y'all and the love and the condolences. It was packed.
Yes, it was.
He was loved.
Y la sentimiento que la gente.
Oh my! I'm getting the chills right now.
When I got there, I was hitting you up and stuff. Like, yo, nobody knows me. You were like, yo, just come in.
Just come in. You're good.
As soon as I got in, I saw your our co-producer.
Our co-producer, Luz. Yeah.
Luz was right there. Like, okay, let's go.
Yeah, your family, bro. You're locked in. Your family. I was like, come in. It was packed, man. Yo, everybody, if you're watching this and you showed up, yo, salute. Thank you. I love y'all. You guys are family to us, even if you're friends and all, you're family. If you're a friend and you pulled up, you are family. Like, for real. To the Davila family and to the Guzman family, you guys are family. And I'm looking at the camera telling you guys this. Like, this is from the heart. You know what I'm saying? I got the chills again, like, just talking about it, because it was so deep, man. You know, it was just powerful, man. Like I said, man, losing someone and going through that process, it was a wild week. But it was a beautiful going away for him to heaven. It was to put him to rest. It was a beautiful, beautiful sending him away beautifully. It was beautiful, beautiful funeral. La Rosa, shout out to La Rosa funeral. They did a great job with the service. Shout out to the pastor that preached and talked to everybody and did a prayer. Amen to him. And I just want to thank everybody for real to show love. Everybody that donated as well. Yeah. You know, it was beautiful, man. We reached a good amount. Go ahead, Louis.
It was a lot of support.
A lot of support, bro.
That little video that we did, a lot of people share it.
A lot of people. It went viral, which it was great because we needed it for that time for baby Edwin in our family. You know what I'm saying? It was a tough time, and you know, so I thank everybody for letting it go viral because we needed that. You know, it definitely helped the family out to you know, give them a proper, beautiful burial, you know. And then the next day, you know, so Friday was tough. Saturday was very tough. We went to, you know, it was beautiful though, because with the way, you know, we all left from the funeral driving. We met up at 8 in.the morning at La Rosa Inn the next day, and you know, we all drove. Well, we got to see him again before we left the funeral. We got to see him again and pay our final, you know, respects to him and goodbyes, say our final goodbyes. And, you know, we did that. And a lot of people showed up then. It was just a beautiful moment that everybody came through and supported the family. And, you know, then we left. You know, we drove. You know, my brother was part of it. You know, he's locked up. Everybody knows because I said this in my last podcast. Yeah. He's locked up doing a lot of time. So he was there. He was there with us. You know what I'm saying?
You guys were able to
through everything.
Phone call.
Yeah, it was beautiful. He was able to, you know, to basically be there with us. You know, it was very hard. You know, I'm very strong, right? I'm very strong with a lot of things. You know, but when he was crying, man, I cried. You know what I'm saying? A lot of tears, you know, because I'm very strong. I'm very strong. I've been through a lot. I lost a lot of people in my family and friends. Through life since I was young. So I feel like I'm numb to this already. Like I'm numb, you know, because I've lost a lot of people in my life since I was a young kid, since like first one was my grandmother when she passed away when I was 14 years old. So at 14 years old, like I was. True. Yeah, I was already going up to caskets, kissing her, doing all at 14 years old. So it made me strong. I took it very hard when my grandmother died. She was like my mother. She raised me, and it was hard. It was like losing a mother. You know what I'm saying? But thank God I got my mother, not my biological mother. She's in my life now, and I appreciate her a lot. Cherish your mothers, y'all. Cherish your mothers. So my mother's mother passed away. She had raised me, and I took that very difficult. But after that, I started losing friends through the streets, so I've been to a lot of cemeteries, man. I lost friends to overdose, on drugs, and I just lost a lot of people. I lost another brother, rest in peace, Marcus Edwin. I lost him. There's a lot of people that I lost. I can name a lot of people and stuff, but it's a long list, so I'm not gonna do that right now. But my condolences to all their families as well. But I feel like I'm numb to this stuff, unfortunate, but that I'm numb, you know what I'm saying? But it's strength. Strength comes with it, and but when my brother was right there with that, right? I broke down, you know what I'm saying? That's when I really broke down watching my brother. Yeah.
Family member, bro. It was somebody,
It was tough. That one was tough. It broke me. I'm still broken, but I'm strong, you know what I'm saying? But that right there, that's what really made me cry was my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like what he was, the brokenness that he was feeling, the pain. I was feeling it through him more. And so besides that, it was beautiful. The whole setting was beautiful. So we ended up driving to the cemetery, a beautiful drive. There was like a.
Where was it? ¿Dónde fue esto?
This was in Rock Valley Cemetery in Holyoke. Okay. It's a new cemetery because we were trying to, his mother and the family was trying to bring him to where my grandmother was raised. That's my grandmother right there in one of the pictures right over there. Okay. And my grandfather, right? And they were trying to bring him to Holyoke there, but those cemeteries are very packed.
Okay.
They're full. You know what I'm saying? So they couldn't bring him there. You know what I'm saying? So, but they still, I guess they made a new cemetery in Holyoke for the people they want to go to, and they want to still be buried in Holyoke. They made a new one. It's called Rock Valley. It's a beautiful spot. It was like towards East Hampton, Southampton area, but it's in Holyoke, and it was a beautiful drive. A lot of his friends and family showed up. There was a particular Jeep, like a Suzuki, old school, like a 1980 something Suzuki, bien juqueado. Y atrás tenía unos speakers in the back of it, like where you open the back of the Jeep, the little Suzuki. It had a bunch of powerful speakers. You seen it, right? And that they were playing the music loud. I'm talking about the whole entire Holyoke could hear this while we're passing through. Shout out to his friend that was driving. That's my little guy right there. He was the one that was with us the final time I seen Edwin at the mall that I was telling everybody in the last podcast that he was the stylist type of thing. He was
diciéndole
que ropa. So él era que estaba guiando el Suzuki and he was blasting the music. And like a lot of reggaeton and, just a bunch of just fire music where the whole city could hear this. So we're driving, with right behind him and it's loud and it's beautiful. Then, go ahead, you want to say something?
No, que hizo un efecto. It made an effect.
To the whole city, impact. You know what I'm saying? It's boom. And then he started. So come to find out, my nephew, he was recording music. None of us knew this, that he was recording. None of we didn't know. Me and my brother didn't even know that he was an artist.
Él estaba haciendo
grabando música, so tenía un par de canciones, and we found out all this weekend we found out.
Y eso era, they were playing.
And they were playing. So after the reggaeton songs, we were like, because me mandaron la música, un amigo de él me lo mandó, yo le dije, él estaba haciendo música, dijo, sí.
Wow.
Y él dijo, yo la tengo. And I'm like, what? Mándamelo, dame tu número, boom, 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 send it to me right now. And he sent me 2 songs. So we were kind of playing them in the car when we were driving us, but then the guy must have read our mind or something, the one with the Jeep, with the Suzuki, because he had the loudspeakers where he was playing his music.
He played
some fire. He has a song called 2-Seater, and he has another song called 7, because he went by the name.
We should play those songs later on another podcast.
Yes, maybe yes. We're gonna play, and we're gonna release those type of music too. So look out for that. But I was in shock, bro, that he was recording music, and I didn't know because I'm an artist. So like I didn't even know that he was keeping these little secrets and cooking up. And when I go and hear it, it was powerful. I'm like, what? Yo, good quality? Yeah. He has one called Two Seater con Adami. I think Adami is known out here. He's a Spanish reggaeton artist from the city. Shout out to Adami.
Shout out.
And you know, when I heard that, I seen the feature. It said Adami.
It's making me very curious right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, we can, man. You know, let me see if I could go into and do something real quick.
Si lo tiene
Yeah, let me see.
Ay, ya me pusiste, papi.
Yeah, he wants to hear it. So let me dive in real quick and try to give y'all something real quick. It was pretty powerful though. Now, for real, I was like in shock. And right here, matter of fact, we're gonna play Two Seater right now. Look at this. This is Two Seater.
Esto fue
Baby Edwin, my nephew with Adamis. Con español, el verse de Adami es reggaeton en español. Nice. It's for y'all right here. So y'all can hear
recuerda,
this.
estás en sintonía de Massive Talk Podcast. Massive Talk Podcast, donde puedes suscribir a Massive Double en YouTube.
The beat was hard. The beat's hard. Just hear this, y'all. Like, I was in shock. Like, wow, my nephew was doing music. I'm playing this right now.
Prep this, maybe do a video or something. I don't know.
We're gonna make something happen.
Okay. Esto es Baby Edwin.
Two Seater.
And he probably had another like su nombre. What was his name?
Ours, I gotta find out through his boys. Maybe it's 7. I don't know. I gotta find out.
Coming soon.
I gotta find.
¿Qué hacemos con esto?
Right, let it play. I wanna hear Adami. Adami killed it. Rest in peace to my nephew, man. SIP, you know, rest in heaven, all that. You know what I'm saying? We love you. We're going to miss you, but you're going to live through our hearts, and you're going to live through your music, and you're going to live through your daughter. You know what I'm saying? All that, man. You know, and our condolences also to Joshua Gonzalez's family as well. You know, and to everybody affected by this thing, man. You know what I'm saying? This situation that happened. Very powerful. But yeah, thank you to everybody that showed up. Thank you for the donations. I appreciate y'all so much, man. Yeah, man. Another thing I want to add too, I wanted to talk about so, you know, all the family that came, you know, from airplanes, they came out here to, you know, to you know, participate and be part of the, you know, this event, this tragic event that happened. And you know, so they were all going home. My families are going home. Some went to Texas, some went to Florida. And so my mom and my sisters and they my brother, shout out to, you know, Ruben, Tasha, Jada, and my mom, you know, they all flew back home, you know, took them to the airports. They get home, you know, they finally get home. They go to my mom's house, and then they were getting picked up. My sister has her own house. And so her daughter and my sister was getting picked up by her husband.
I met your sister.
You met Natasha.
Natasha. Shout out to Natasha. I met her.
Yep. So
that day.
So you know, crazy shit. So now they get her husband picks him up. She bought a brand new SUV about a month ago, brand new SUV.
Okay.
Right? Her husband picks her up. Shout out to Mike. Love you, Mike. Love you,
shout out.
Tasha. Love you,
Mike.
Jada. Love you, everybody. Love you, family. Mike picks her up, you know, at my mom's house, because that's where they from the airport, they got to my mom's house, and then Mike was picking them up there, and then they were going to go home. Okay. So Mike picks them up, they left, and on their way home, a DUI guy eats the red light and crashes onto the passenger side where my sister and my niece were sitting. Ate the red light, guys. A DUI driver.
Y después tenía que hacer un DUI.
It was a DUI, literally from coming from Massachusetts to Florida. Literally, this happens. Crazy. Thank God everybody's all right. Everybody's all right. Nobody, no tragedy. Like, everybody's all right. So I want to tell y'all first that everything's all right.
Thank the Lord.
Thank the Lord. But they all had to go to the hospital.
Okay.
My niece was transported by an ambulance. Because they were all wearing seatbelts. They were all wearing seatbelts, thank God. And my niece, from the seatbelt and from the airbags, like I don't know if she got scraped or whatever, all that, because she's real little. And she's little. And she's very little, too. She's very little.
Okay.
So I think the pressure from the airbags and the seatbelts, she got bruised up. But she had to get transported to an ambulance, and they all went to the hospital. Mike had to stay on the scene to deal with the reports and and all that. But then later on, he went to the hospital, and they all got checked into the hospital. Also, the guy that was driving the other car also went to the hospital. He went to the hospital. My sister was telling me something that she noticed that he was drunk, and they gave him a sobriety test, and he failed. And then the other coincidence is that he was yelling when they were bringing him in, he was kind of like laughing. That's how she knew that he was drunk. Cause she was like, this guy's laughing. And then it was just a weird moment. And then he started like saying, oh, there's two Guzmans here. There's two Guzmans here. And remember, my nephew's name is Guzman. We're Guzmans. Okay. So it was weird that he was saying there's two good, because I guess el apellido de él, his last name, this guy's last name is a Guzman too. So un Guzman. So it was just a coincidence of overall crazy thing that happened yesterday with all that. So I wanted to share that with you guys and with my co-host Lewis. That's what happened yesterday. But thank God everybody turned out good. The car got totaled, but that's replaceable. She will be going, going through the insurance, yeah, she'll be getting a rental and a new car again. But everybody's fine. That's what really matters.
That's good.
Yes, the real good thing. But that's what happened, man, yesterday.
And that brings us to that we in October.
Yeah, Halloween, man.
La cosa tan bien como que that was weird.
That was crazy.
That was a situation. Thank the Lord.
Thank the Lord.
Pasó.
Thank you, Lord.
Amén. Para todo ello. Y ahora estamos en Halloween.
We're in Halloween month, so a lot of people drive safe, and don't be drinking. Stop drinking and driving. If you're gonna drink, stay home. Don't get behind the wheel. I'm gonna get back to the DUI shit, because it's like, come on. My sister and my niece and my brother-in-law, like, come on, man. The people out there got to do better. You guys almost hurt my family. They were traumatized at the moment. They're just literally coming from Massachusetts, burying my nephew because of a DUI situation. And then, this happens to my sister. So that's tough. Like, come on. People do better.
Esperemos que, gracias a Dios, thank the Lord, no pasó nada.
Nothing, yeah.
Esperemos ahora de que entonces el pana coja conciencia.
Yeah.
El que se salvó de was the car a total loss or?
The car, yeah, airbags came out. I'm talking about, it was just a total loss.
O sea,
yes.
que el tipo va a tener, la insurance del tipo va a tener que sacudir.
Yeah, va a sacudir. Yeah. We don't play that. We don't play that. Like,
so he's gonna feel it. He's gonna feel it.
He's gonna feel it. Oh, I think he got arrested. I think once he went to the hospital, they checked him in the hospital, and once he cleared from the hospital, they arrested him. He got arrested.
Like, well,
yeah.
If he came up
so you're gonna get arrested if you're drinking and driving and being sloppy behind that wheel. Like, and you might hurt people. You might hurt people. Like, come on. I just said that on my second episode of this podcast. You could probably kill someone, or you might hurt someone really bad. Stop drinking and driving. Call a Uber, call a Lyft, ride a bike, walk. Hello,
We're
like
gonna
come
have to come
on.
up with some sort of initiative ourselves or something like talk to the bars.
It gets
and
me
stuff.
upset. It gets me upset. So
You
that's
know
why I'm
how
talking like
there
this.
was when I used to be a cab driver, they did this thing that it was like a free cab. It was the city. I don't know who was it.
They used to
was
do that.
paying.
Yes, yep. The free. I remember that.
Remember
Years
that?
ago.
I
Years
remember
ago.
that was years ago. I
That's
think
when
it
I.
was
That's
the
when
city
I.
that was
That's when I
doing
used
that.
to drink. I stopped drinking 11 years ago. I stopped all wine, liquor, all done. Beers 11 years ago. Because it's just not good. It's not good. I don't know. You know. If you think
Remember
it's good, shout out
everybody
to
que
y'all.
ahora lo que viene, ya tú sabes, ya Halloween, todo el mundo está usando esto para celebrar.
Yep.
Lo que viene por ahí ya es el pavo, después del pavo
Yeah.
viene especially
Everything's a
us,
celebration. Everybody likes to drink.
Hispanics,
You know.
otros boricuas, que ya tú sabes que después de Thanksgiving, por ir para abajo, las navidades empezaron.
Yeah, so a lot of drinking, a lot of driving.
you
Like,
know.
no. Please, do that so you won't hurt someone or hurt yourself, man. There's a lot of accidents happening. Don't do it. Don't DUI. Do not drink under the influence. Do not drug under the influence. DUI also stands for drug under the influence.
El bloncito, papito.
Be
Oíste.
careful. You know what I'm saying?
Cuidado con el blon.
Yes,
Porque va a haber un problema.
a big problem. I'm telling you, big arrest.
Esto me lo tengo que decir a mí
all
mismo
this.
también.
You hurt someone, like a lot of those things are happening. We don't want that, man. Thank God that even that, like these, Mike, Tasha, and Jada were sober. They don't drink. They were literally tired,
tú
going
sabes.
home, and then boom, it happened from another a person being
Pero
negligent.
qué bueno que no les pasó nada.
No les pasó nada.
Estamos, ya tú sabes,
Yes.
estamos en October, ya tú sabes, estamos en awareness.
Awareness, you know what I'm
Awareness
saying?
month. All right.
So now moving along, I want to talk about, I had some topics before our second episode that happened, but I had to make that a special one for baby Edwin, my nephew. I love you. So I have a few topics that I want to talk about. I got some from last week, and I also got some from this week and these past couple of days.
And disclaimer for everybody, most of those topics I don't really know exactly.
Yeah.
Mass Double is doing all the production on the topic flow, so we're gonna flow as we come in.
As we go.
What
So
you got? What you got?
I wanted to talk about the government shutdown that happened last week. Really, I'm just gonna show a little clip about it on the. I'm gonna show a video clip of them talking about it, and then we can move along. But I wanted to show that this happened last week. It's a little old,
a lot of stuff is going on because of that. So
yeah, a lot of things are happening.
For those
man.
of you, para los que no saben, espérate, déjame antes que tú tires ese video. Aguántalo. Espérate, ¿qué es un anuncio?
Yeah, but we're not, turn that down. We're not gonna do it now. Mute that. Go ahead.
So, okay. Quiero explicarle al corillo Sigimí, 1, 2, 3, qué es lo que está pasando con el gobierno. All right, muchos de ustedes que no saben, okay, es de que el gobierno tienen que hacer un budget, tienen que lo que es los demócratas y los republicanos, los senadores, quiénes son los congresistas, it's the Congress, right?
Congress,
no estoy seguro. Congress tiene que, they gotta vote and they gotta approve a budget.
Yeah.
Entonces, ¿qué pasa? Todos esos federal jobs, okay, federal, que es federal, trabajo como el post office, los militares, que yo estaba mirando, los militares, okay, esa gente si no aprueban budget, no hay cheques, no les pagan. So, por eso es que cuando dice de government shutdown, no es que están diciendo que es que los policías no van a trabajar, que los bomberos no van a trabajar. Los policías y los bomberos, eso es serio, ¿verdad? Eso no es, pero lo que es los federal agents, esas cosas, déjame ver qué es más federal por ahí que podemos buscar la oficina.
Maybe post office, Post office,
I mentioned that.
Yeah.
There are other jobs, there's other things que nosotros no miramos. Punto. Que con este government shutdown que estaba pasando, que it did happen todavía, eso ya todavía está cogiendo.
It probably is. You know how the government.
Explicándole.
Boom.
Parte de tiempo, eso fue la semana pasada.
Here's the video.
Este es el video.
Boom.
This morning, that shutdown happening at midnight as lawmakers could not agree.
Le vamos a hacer reaction a esta pendeja.
By the way, this is the first
After, we
shutdown
can.
in 6
You can do it,
years,
yeah.
and there's some
if you want.
concerns that this one could
¿De dónde tú sacaste esto? Esto es news.
This is from the news. Yep. This is from Fox Local.
Nos tienes en el chat los dos. Ahí, pum. Duro. Production.
Production is lit.
Está rompiendo.
Let them hear this, guy.
All right. Pon el video, pon el video.
Hey, good morning, guys. As for today, there will be press conferences and public statements, each side trying to blame the other for failure to come to an agreement. Senate Republicans and Democrats rejected two different proposals Tuesday that would have kept the government funded, with the last tally of 55 to 45 falling short of the 60 votes needed. Democrats want the bill to include an extension of Affordable Care Act tax credits and restore Medicare cuts recently passed
Páralo
under the
ahí.
Republican-led Big
So
Beautiful
federal health tax credit es unos incentivos que Obama había puesto for health insurance.
Okay.
Like when you have some health insurance, they're trying to cut all that
Yeah,
stuff.
they are.
So con ese video, you're gonna play the whole thing?
I'll play the whole thing. Yeah, we'll play. It's only a 2-minute video, so
Zumba.
bill. GOP leaders say those issues can be discussed after a vote to keep the government funded.
We are absolutely determined that this
Senator
ticking
Richard.
clock will not deter us from saving American
Y
health.
demócrata.
It's about real lives.
If you
Yeah,
want to have a
he
debate
is.
on healthcare, we can have a debate on healthcare. You don't hold the government
Republican, this one.
hostage over that.
Senator Eric Smith.
So,
Bills
mira,
and
ahí te
tolerance.
están enseñando, they're showing you all the agencies that are going to get affected by this.
On the 14th, the pressure will become even greater to end this impasse. Now, Republicans say they are going to keep putting this bill, their continuing resolution, up for a vote, trying to keep forcing Democrats to vote against opening the government until they get a deal. And they say that may put some pressure on them from their constituents as well. And we understand the next vote could come as early as
Me
today.
tengo que reír. Tú nos tienes en cámara, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
Yo me tengo que reír porque we reacting to this, right?
Yeah.
Entonces, ¿qué diablo era el ruido ese que le tenía a la tipa a la parte de
That's
atrás?
because she was out. She was outside. That's why you took it off the thing. Yeah. Make sure you
So-
take it off the thing. Yeah.
No, you got us back. Dale, tranquila, deja que Luz sabe lo que está haciendo.
Take this one off. Though. Make sure you take this one out. Yeah.
Opinión, ahora mismito. I'm not quite sure because I haven't been following this, but I will say that I'm not quite sure if the government is already open. I know that last week when I checked, I think it was like 2 days ago, I had
I'm
checked,
sure-
it was still closed.
I'm sure some people are very affected by it.
The military did not, like two days ago I checked in one of those links that I sent you. It was
Yeah.
like that Trump, it was a follow-up on this
Yeah.
news, which is that Trump no ha abierto, y he was saying that this was a good opportunity to start cutting, que iban a votar gente anyway. Entonces, los militares, eso a mí me alarmó.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that got me a little shocked
Okay.
that the military was not getting paid.
Yeah.
And that was last week.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of things that are happening.
Yep, there is. And then another thing that just happened, they said that I think Donald Trump, this happened today at news, Donald
Today.
Trump stopped the war in, was it Israel? Is that what it was? Israel? Era Israel.
Sí, era la Gaza.
That's
It
what they're
was
saying.
the
That's what they're
conflict.
saying.
So basically, to give context to the people out there, what we're talking about, esto del conflicto, esto fue, creo, no te voy a decir, fue en octubre. Fue en
Yeah.
octubre. It was in October. I don't know if it was last year or 2 years ago.
Okay.
Que había un rave que se hizo, era de Israel. Because what's happening, tranquilo, picharos allá a Oreo.
Yeah,
En la
yeah.
casa. Hubo un rave, jamás atacó ese rave, mató a toda esa gente,
Yeah.
las chamaquitas las violaron, se metieron a un complex y se vieron, you could see the footage,
Yeah.
matando bebés, tirándolo.
Yeah.
Eso creó un revuelo.
Wild. Yeah,
Lo
wild.
cual hizo que Israel se pusiera pero ya esto, acuérdate que esto es un conflict que lleva desde Second World War,
Yeah.
después de la Second World War. Esto es bien complicado.
Yeah, very complicated.
Point being is-
y'all could do your research if you want more to hear more about this. You could do your
Point
own
being
research
is
online.
que por eso Israel usó
Yeah.
eso para atacar, pero entonces al ellos pegar a bombardear, Israel tiene
Yep.
tecnología más cabrona que los de Gaza,
Okay.
los de Hamas lo que son unos rebels
Yeah.
que no representan toda la población.
Yeah,
You
okay.
understand what I'm
Yep,
saying?
yeah, I do.
Pero Israel pegó a darle a toda la población, papi, a matar gente, a todo lo que da. Y ahí
Yep.
fue que se formó ese revolú, the international mess.
Yeah.
Because United States continúa dándole armas.
They do.
United States and Israel son allies.
Yeah, they
Entonces,
are.
todas esas armas, todas esas cosas,
Yep.
Israel es Estados Unidos que se la está dando.
Yeah.
So ahora, today, on
Yep.
October, what's today? The 13th?
Today is the 13th. Yep. October 13th. Yep.
I think it was yesterday,
The 12th?
there were some hostages
Okay.
que tenía Hamas y
Okay.
los soltaron.
Los soltaron. Yep.
Y eso es como la negociación
Yep.
que el presidente se está poniendo, o sea, que le están dando credit a él de la
Yeah.
negotiation de eso.
Okay.
Y ahora se está haciendo un announcement de que the war in Gaza is over.
Over. And I pray it is.
So-
I really pray it is. You know, I don't want, you know,
Pero el
that
tipo
war
tiene
gotta stop.
revoluces, he has messes, él tiene revoluces domésticos. Ahora
Yeah.
mismo, eso me pregunto. The war is over y tú no le estás pagando a los militares, brother.
Yeah, no, wow.
Dime,
Wow.
dime, ¿qué pasó ahí?
All right, yeah. Hopefully all that gets cleared up, you know. But if you want to learn more, do your own research online.
Ya tú
and,
sabes.
yeah, do your own research and
El
look into it.
disclaimer.
If you're interested in all that and finding out more, go in there. But if anything new comes up and it starts, you know, it comes on our radar, we will address it and we'll talk about
En
it.
disclaimer, recuerda que las opiniones y las cosas que se digan aquí en Massive Talk Podcast
Podcast, you
no
heard?
son responsabilidad de Mass Double.
So another thing I want to talk about is two jets last week also two Delta jets collided in a taxi in LaGuardia Airport in New York, and at least one was injured. It was reported. I'm going to post a picture of the actual. Oh, there you go. There's a picture right there.
Zumba.
That's an image. I don't really have a link for it, but this is what happened. Two Delta's planes
Okay, I
collided.
don't know
in
what's
LaGuardia.
going on, or the planes are falling off.
Yeah, so
Se
that-
están cayendo.
And the reason that's crazy that happened last week, and then this morning you could get off that one production.
Esta
Boom,
mañana,
take
esta
the screen
mañana.
off that one, and then I'm gonna switch.
¡Producción!
Yeah, so now then this morning I'm gonna show you right now what happened, man. We had a plane crash, and here's
Esto
the
es ya
image.
loco. Esto es Massachusetts.
Yeah, this is Massachusetts. Boom, this is an image. It said 2 people dead, 1 hurt after the plane crashes on Mass Highway during Northeaster, right there. It happened.
Hombre, que sí, vamos a ver cómo está producción allá. Producción, vamos bien, producción.
Boom. And then you could get it off that screen. I'm going to switch it up now and give you another
Pero dale
image.
brea a la gente para que vean en la foto,
I'm-
chiquitiví.
Yeah, I'm going to give them another photo.
Chiviriquis.
This is the actual plane right here. You know
Eso
what I'm saying?
fue hoy. What
And
was
that
this?
happened today, this morning. In like Dartmouth, Massachusetts, something
Eso
like
es donde
that.
está UMass. Hay que, la Division de UMass de Law. Está allá.
Yeah,
It's
the
there,
Dartmouth. I don't know where,
Yep,
but
yep.
I know it's in
That's what it is.
Massachusetts, and 2 people died and 1 person injured. The plane literally crashed on the highway. Yo, crazy shit. There was a lot of fire. You know, it was wild. It was a wild thing.
¿Qué tú harías si tú estás guiando? ¿Qué tú harías if you're driving right in the middle of the freaking 91 North y tú ves era un avión grande o una
Yeah,
avioneta?
míralo ahí. Está ahí en el screen. Look at it right there. Boom.
You know, es una avioneta de esa como, you know,
Yeah.
most of us pass by the airport. Y I don't know if ustedes saben que Northampton has un aeropuerto. En Westfield, too. No son aeropuertos como La Guardia.
They're like Air
¿Cómo
Force
se llama?
Base, ain't it?
Bradley, el de ahí.
Yeah. What are they, Air Force Base? Like,
Creo que sí, pero ahí aviones,
Yeah.
ahí entran aviones, avionetas,
Yeah,
aviones
yeah.
así como este. I remember when María, para que de María.
Yep.
I remember big shout outs ahí que no voy a decir el nombre, pero a los community leaders del Norten.
Yep.
Community leaders del Norten, they got a plane, a freaking avioneta.
I know, and they
this
went
guy,
to Puerto Rico.
You know, big shout out. Also,
okay. Adam Gomez. Yeah, shout out to him, man.
Okay,
Shout out to him, yep.
Ese tipo se montó en la avioneta y se fue para allá.
To bring stuff, to
Yeah.
supplies and everything. Yeah, that was big. That's big. That's
De
big.
Westfield salieron.
Yeah, shout out to him on that. That was big. Yeah, to Puerto Rico, right? That's what it was?
Sí, para el tiempo de
Fire,
María.
María.
Y Carlos González también.
Fire. Shout out to Carlos Gonzalez. You know, those are senators from.
Pero yo sí
from
sé
out here.
que Adam Gómez se montó en una
Se
de esas
montó.
avionetas y
Yeah,
se fue por ahí
I
para
see him
abajo.
doing a lot of great work out there, man. Keep doing that, Adam Gomez. Word. Shout out to him. I got a link for this plane crash, though. I want to get into the link.
¿De
on
dónde
that.
¿Cuál es el source de esta?
I'm going to show you right now. It says it right now. Boom. This is the link towards it. Woo. And then you could go ahead and.
Voy a subirla aquí.
Small plane that crashed onto Interstate 195 in Dartmouth, Massachusetts. It was just after 8 o'clock this morning, right next to an exit and the Reed Road overpass. The highway
Y
remains closed
después
at
al
this
lado de la
hour.
salida
Let's
también. Tú
start
sabes
with
el
Erica. She's been on
tapón.
the scene now for
Yeah.
a couple of hours.
I-90
with responders
I-195.
and investigators. She joins us now
Deadly
live in
crash.
Dartmouth. Erica.
Yeah, Patrick, it's been 4 hours now
That's
since
today's
this
weather. You
plane
see the
first
weather?
went
That's
down, and it is still a very active scene that you can see behind me here. The wreckage of that plane still very visible from where we are on the Reed Road overpass.
Yeah, that's
But
bad,
because
right
of
on the
the
highway.
rain
Imagine
and
driving down the
this
highway
fence
and you're
here,
seeing
it's
this.
difficult to see. So let's get to the video
Crazy, man.
that was sent to us
Our
earlier
condolences
today. A
to,
viewer
the
shot it
two-
as they were
to the
driving
two people,
by
their
on the
families,
highway
and
on Route
friends of theirs.
195.
Yeah, rest
now,
in
we've
peace.
learned since
Rest
then
in
from
peace to
state
the
police
two.
that 2 people have died in this crash, and 1 person on the ground was hurt and taken to St. Luke's Hospital in New Bedford. Now, as for the people who died,
Esa área es la área de allá de Boston para allá arriba. Cuando
Is
New
it- is
Bedford,
it-
todo eso sí, es para allá
Yep.
arriba.
family has been
Wild.
properly notified. We also don't have
Look at that.
information about the plane, where it was headed or coming from. We don't have that confirmed right now. A spokesperson for the New Bedford Regional Airport says the flight information is the subject of the investigation, so he's withholding any
Y
details.
esto pues viene del news de allá, Channel 12.
Yeah, there's Channel
Yes,
12.
the
Yeah.
Federal Aviation Administration will likely take over the
Está
investigation.
feo, so ya tú sabes, si te vas a montar en una avioneta de esa, chequea bien,
A response
No,
from
that's
them.
no te al garete.
Probably the 2 people that died, or probably on the plane. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. Or
Sí,
it could have
porque
been.
usualmente, what happens is that this plane is either the person owns it or they rented it, and usually los que mueren es el dueño
Yeah.
con la pareja,
Yeah.
or, you know, porque hay gente que sí, que tienen. So that reminds me that little part when you go to Mount Holyoke, is it? No, Mount Tom.
Mount Tom. Okay.
In the back over there, in Holyoke.
Yeah. What the right this part?
Eso, ese
Yeah.
cantito ahí, porque hay un cantito ahí que tú vas para Mount Tom que se ve así.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Let's
it
see
had
what-
to be
let's see what
just
this
an
one
unbelievably
has to say.
terrifying moment.
Esa es ahí frisa.
Realize
Yeah,
what was
it's cold.
happening.
It's cold out here,
In
man.
its early moments, a lot of people
was
said they
55
actually
degrees.
couldn't tell what was burning because the smoke and the plumes of smoke were just so intense. I just interviewed a woman. She was driving on the eastbound side of 195 here in Dartmouth. Now, when she came across the wreckage, fire crews weren't even here yet. She saw state police troopers doing what they could with fire extinguishers. But as she drove by, all she could see was plumes of smoke. At that point, again, keep in mind.
Eso está feo. ¿Qué
Yeah.
harías tú?
still open.
Leave your
Yeah.
comments. What would you do? in
Yeah,
some
drop your
situation
comments.
like
And if
that?
you've seen this today
And then
on
what
the
can
news,
we tell people?
tell us,
Well,
tell us.
call 911. A lot of people, listen. It's good that you had some, there's people that took footage and all that, but make sure that you're safe first. Don't start recording ahí al garete ahí.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Eso
look
es-
at, on the phones, this is one of the witnesses.
Then the smoke was so big and I could smell it. I'm like, this isn't a car. And then I looked across the way and I noticed that there was flames going into the woods across.
she was right
across
there, you
from
know what I'm saying?
195
Yeah.
westbound on
Jennifer
the other side of the
Jacobs.
highway.
Eso es nuevo.
So there were pieces
wild.
of the wreckage all strewn through the middle of the highway and onto the middle.
That's
of,
how be safe. Be safe if you're going to participate in one
Pero
of
tú
these
viste esto hoy
planes.
en the news? You didn't see it on your timeline nowhere?
Yo no he visto.
Yeah, that's just-
I saw it in Facebook. In Facebook, I saw it
Yeah.
this morning. Pero ya tú sabes como yo estaba activo por allá haciendo mis errands today, celebrating what we
You
call
can take that
Indigenous
one
Day.
off the screen, yeah.
What we call Indigenous Day, aka back in the day used to be Columbus Day. ¿No viste también que como que se
So
metieron?
that's what happened
I don't know
right
where they
there.
went to y tumbaron una statue de Columbus today. Because you know what's
That
going on.
happens-
You know
yeah,
why today's a holiday,
yeah,
right?
today's
Why?
Columbus Day. But it's not.
No, it's not anymore. Now they
It's
call
not,
it
though.
Indigenous Day.
It is Indigenous Day. But it's supposed to be Columbus Day.
But
it's
did you know?
indigenous.
Did you know? This is something that I'm learning. No, did you know that not
Me
all
too,
the
I'm learning.
states, not all the states celebrate that? Like my daughter is in
Celebrate
Texas.
what?
Indigenous Day.
I know,
today.
because they
It's
still
not a holiday.
Because they're used
For
to
them.
Columbus Day. Like it's Columbus Day, but
Not
it's not.
even.
It's not.
Not even. Bueno, por lo menos allá in Texas, today was off for most government officials
Okay.
or people that work for state agencies.
But because it's Indigenous Day. That's why they're
Because
off.
it's Indigenous.
Great. That's what
But
I like.
Columbus Day used to be.
Yeah, but it's not
Anyway.
Columbus because this is not
So
Columbus.
go ahead. Educate me a little bit.
Well, I mean, I'm not
I
fully.
understand what's
I'm not
going
fully
on, but-
educated, but I know that he wasn't here first. That's what That's what.
Right, so
yeah.
they decided that they
He took it from the. Yeah, he took it.
Yeah,
from,
yeah.
But this was Indians first. You know
So,
what I'm
but
saying?
back in the day, they used to celebrate Columbus Day,
I know,
which
I
is
know.
in reality what they are celebrating is the discovery,
Yes.
or that the
Of
white
America.
man
Yeah.
found out this existed.
Yeah, America. You talking about America? Yes.
That's what they really,
Yeah.
And of course, people now call it Indigenous Day because now people are using it to, remember the people that actually lived here. Esto no fue un discovery, mi gente.
No.
Esto es un discovery para ellos. Pero ya había gente aquí.
Yeah.
Ya había gente aquí.
Yep. So now that, moving along, shout out to the indigenous people. We love y'all. God
Ya
bless.
tú sabes.
Yeah.
Celebrando en la casa, tranquilo. ¿Cuántos de ustedes no fueron para trabajar hoy? ¿Quisieron?
Yep. So now,
comentario ahí en
leave a
the
comment.
YouTube.
Yep. Leave a comment. Drop a comment. Let us know what y'all think about all that as well.
Make sure
We
you subscribe. Aprieta esa campana, papichi.
Bling. You heard?
Papichi.
Subscribe. So I want to get into boxing now. You know what I'm saying? I want to get into boxing.
No me vaya a dar par de puños.
I'm not gonna. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna box right now. But I want to get into. Yo, so shout out to Mike Towers, man. It was on the radar last week as well.
Okay.
We were gonna talk about it last week, but unfortunately, we had to make episode 2.
¿Qué está pasando con Mike Towers?
Mike Towers opened up a gym, a boxing gym for the youth.
This is massive.
Massive.
Sports.
Vamos
a poner teta.
No, not that one. No,
¿Cuál
no,
era? Yo creo que es este.
You know what I'm saying? Massive talk news, not double news. So basically, in the boxing world, man, Mike Towers, he's opened up a boxing gym in San Juan, Puerto Rico. I guess he collaborated with the mayor from San Juan, and it's for the youth.
Que no sé si te enteraste. Nos
So
quedamos
shout out to
ahí,
him.
pero que tú sabes con el revolú de Bad Bunny, Anuel,
Yeah.
que
This is the picture. This is the picture on Mike Towers. You got it on there.
So Mike Towers está haciendo gym en San Juan, entonces, en el área con él estaba con el alcalde, porque el alcalde de San Juan is making noise now, because he was I don't know if you're aware, but I'm gonna say part of this, right? Anuel, you know who Anuel AA
I
is?
definitely know who Anuel
All right,
is.
so are you aware? En el Choli que no lo quieren, they don't want to let him do a Choli.
That's been like that. That's been like that for a while.
That's because of some shots and all that.
It's been like that.
Que se va a formar algo ahí.
It's been like that for a while. Yeah.
So el alcalde, el pana, el de San Juan,
Okay.
dijo en una entrevista, básicamente lo están tripeando y se la están montando a seguir el news.
Yeah.
It's the best of the news, man.
Yeah.
¿Qué está pasando con el alcalde?
El alcalde, the mayor.
La razón por la cual te estoy diciendo
From San
es
Juan.
que he's making news with
Mike Towers.
Mike Towers. But what's going on is that this guy was talking about the Anuel situation.
Yeah.
¿Qué pasó?
No.
Te están llamando allá. ¡Producción!
Let's go.
Mira, so nada, el tipo vino y se está tripeando Molusco, everybody, because the alcalde pretty much made it seem like, bueno, because there's all the venues. You got the Irán Bithon, Roberto Clemente, you got all the places.
Yes.
So, las puertas están abiertas para Anuel.
Yeah.
Nada más porque hayan tirado 4 tiritos, eso no quiere decir que lo vamos. So, basically, la razón por la cual se lo están tripeando es porque he's minimizing the situation that somebody actually went and shot. There is a possibility que se puede forme una situación. So, ¿qué está bajando con entonces? Solo está haciendo the gym.
Yeah, I thought it was great because it's for the youth. He's opening up a gym for the youth. Collaborated with the mayor of San Juan. So I just thought it was. I wanted to shed light on it. You know what I'm saying? That was a great. That was very good. Moving along with that, we're going to talk about where's he at? Right here, Tank Davis.
¿Qué Martina? ¿A ti te gusta eso?
Yeah, Tank Davis, man.
Mass Double love boxing. He loves sports, all this stuff. He's going to be showcasing all this.
He's talking about boxing is dead. You know what I'm saying? And
¿Quién es este tipo? Who's this guy?
He's doing an exhibition fight with.
He's a fighter.
Yeah, he's a fighter, a great fighter. That's Tank Davis. You never heard of Tank Davis?
Yo no, porque yo no
veo. But now you have. But he's Mayweather back in the days trained him. But anyways, his record. So Mayweather trained him years ago, and then he's just a champion. This guy's a beast.
Okay.
He fought a lot of people. His ranking is like 42. I might be wrong, but it's a beast. A champion. So he wanted to retire. His last fight, he's talking about retirement.
Okay.
But something came along that I had mentioned this before. I think in our first episode, we talked about Tank Davis and Jake Paul. But so he's talking about retiring for real, though. He's like, he's over with boxing, but he's doing his last fight is going to be a exhibition fight. Probably for mad money. I think it was 50. I forgot what it was, but he's getting a big bag off of it.
Okay.
But he's really serious on his retirement. You know what I'm saying? So
está en la de retirarse. ¿Y qué está pasando? Why he's making news?
He's making news
because of the retirement fight. When is it?
The fight is November 14th. It's right here in the notes.
That's soon.
It's very soon. It's against Jake Paul in Miami.
He's gonna fight with Jake Paul, and so that's the exhibition. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I see.
so it's more for like money, and it's more for Jake Paul to get his like boxing thing because he's been boxing for a lot of years.
But okay,
now.
Jake Paul is working on getting in the professional
world.
world.
He's been in the professional. He's been fighting a lot of people in the professional world, and a lot of people.
Diablo, estoy bien perdido.
Bien perdido. So I'm bringing you up along. So he's been fighting. Yeah, he's been in the whole boxing world for a while, like probably a few years.
Okay.
He's been like fighting a lot of people.
Jake Paul está creating his.
He got his own promotion, boxing promotion thing and everything.
Como un Don King.
Like a Don King. But he's the fighter as well. So he's doing all that.
Por eso que he's been working on his portfolio as a real fighter.
Yes, he has. With a lot of fighters.
De estas peleas de exhibición, porque el tipo peleó con, even though que todo el mundo criticó la pelea, pero.
De Mike Tyson, ¿verdad? Yeah. They criticize it. They're going to criticize this one as well. Because he's a little small. Tank Davis is a little smaller than Jake Paul.
Okay.
So they're going to criticize this fight as well, but it's for the money. He's going to retire anyways. Tank Davis, he was going to retire anyways. So he's like, F it. You know, I'm gonna fight anyways.
All right. So vamos a ver que esta pelea el día 14 de noviembre.
The undefeated WBA lightweight champion. He's 30-0 and 0 with one draw, 28 knockouts. He's 30-0 and with one draw, and then he got 28 out of those 30. He got 28 knockouts. He's a beast, man, for real.
Bueno, pero Jake Paul tira par de puñitos.
He said boxing is dead. He said he's boxing is dead, and he wants to step away from the sport once the event concludes. So after this fight, he's really talking about.
Sí, pero ya tú sabes cuánto le están dando. ¿Cuánto le están dando? How much he gained for that?
I think like 50 mil for real. For like 2-minute rounds, like short. Probably not even 12 rounds. It's probably gonna be 8 to 9, 8 rounds or something short shit. 50 mil. I think he's gonna beat him too, man. If Tank Davis loses on this, I'm gonna be very upset.
So explain this to me, because somebody explained that to me, but you probably know about this. Like, if the fighter loses, he still gets paid, but he doesn't get paid. Well, how that works?
No, he still gets paid. The money's already there before they even fight. So when
they say 50 million, like right now, este Gallo is fighting with this dude Juanma.
Yeah.
Which
for how much? Do you know for how much?
I don't know.
You don't know for how much? We need to find out. But when we find out, we're gonna let y'all know for sure.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about that too, the Gallo fight. Yes.
Right. You're still with your guy right here. The Gallo fight, I have some link somewhere. Everybody knows about the Gallo fight.
Yeah.
Yo no me acuerdo cuándo diablo es. Yo creo que es el mismo día, chico.
Is it November 14th?
This is 14.
This is
I think 14th? It's the 22nd.
Yeah, the 14th.
De Gallo con Juanma.
Yeah, so I'm ready to, I'm ready to see
all
who
Juanma López?
I don't know who Juanma López is. No, I know.
I don't know exactly
is,
porque yo
producer.
no. Gallo, pero nosotros conocemos a Gallo de la producción de la bladera.
I like his energy though. He's funny. He's funny.
El tipo.
But he fights though.
Él pelea. Pero Juanma López es profesional.
Professional.
Flow.
The other one is not professional, but he fights though.
¿Quién? Gallo.
He's not professional, right? But he's about to be now with this fight.
Gallo, he's not professional. I don't know how are this, because I think the last time, I know when Chente had to do with it.
Yeah. Shout out to Chente too.
Shout out to Chente. When Chente did the first one, which was con este tipo, con Ray Charlie.
Yeah.
That one fue con la comisión de boxeo de Puerto Rico.
So it was a professional fight. I think this one's going to be a commission.
I don't know how they doing this. Because that is Molucco running the show.
Yeah, Molucco's, so it's definitely professional. There's a lot of money behind it.
Well, you know what? It is a professional fight because they announced it professionally.
Okay.
And they did I know que brincamos de este tipo para Gallo, pero está bien, un temita mío. El Davis este va a pelear con el día 14. 14.
El 14 de noviembre.
Davis va a pelear con Jake Paul. ¿Quién va a ver la pelea? ¿Para dónde vamos? Corillo, if there are sports bars that are watching this right now, what's up? What's good?
Yeah.
We're going to do a live over there. Talk to Mass Double, okay?
So for more Mass Double news, I want to talk about the verses that have been trending for a while.
What the hell is this?
And that's Cash Money versus No Limit. They're going to have a versus. We haven't had a versus in a long time. That was
Eso como una tiraera.
Eso, the verses, first of all, tiraera of like catalog music. Who got the best music? So a versus was created first by Swiss Beats and Timberland during the pandemic. It was created. And it was while we were all sitting at home. It was created on Instagram, so everybody was pegado on their phone, right?
And it was like
como
some sort of
getting legendary artists, getting legendary groups, and putting them together to play their songs, and then we choose as the viewers who has the best set.
Eso como en las emisoras hacen eso, como un king, le ponen This songs as against this
yes,
song. Okay.
against this songs and things like that. So we have Cash Money and No Limit. It's happening October 25th of 2025. And this one in the music world, trust me, everybody's gonna be tuning in.
Is this gonna be like a live or something like that?
Most likely it's gonna be a live. It's probably gonna be on Instagram like it's been for all these years. But we haven't had one in a long time. I forgot which one was the last one.
Whose Instagram is it? Who's doing this?
It's the Verses. It's called Verses on Instagram. Verses.
Okay.
And it was created by Swiss Beats. ¿Tú sabes quién es ese?
Sí, ese era el de los Rough Riders.
Sí,
él era el marido de
Alicia Keys. Alicia Keys.
Espérate. Sí.
Alicia Keys.
Él todavía, habla ya.
He was Eve's.
Todavía es el esposo.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
arréglate el micrófono, póntelo para tu lado.
Yo, so he was
ahí.
Eve's producer. He was DMX producer. He was part of the Rough Riders.
Yeah.
And then Timberland he produced Nelly Furtado, Missy Elliott.
He was singing too.
Oh,
Swiss Beats.
Swiss Beats was also, he does songs.
Wasn't he in the Something to Love, cuando que estaba Flavor of Love, algo así?
I don't think so.
No.
Nah, I don't think so. No.
Eso de amor, él no estaba ahí.
No, no se pone para eso. No, he don't be on that type of time.
All right, so
he's been married to Alicia Keys for a long time.
Okay.
But he's an amazing producer. But during the pandemic, him and Timberland, he produced for Aaliyah, Missy Elliott back in the days. Yeah, like a lot of Missy Elliott. And then, so he created this with Swiss Beats. And, we haven't heard of a Versus in a long time because the pandemic happened.
Y veo en ese flyer ahí, tú tienes el flyer, tú tienes la gráfica allá.
You showing the graphics over there, production? Boom.
El Cash Money Porque ese no es Lil Wayne.
That's Lil Wayne, Birdman, and Master P and Snoop Dogg.
Ain't Birdman, ain't Lil Wayne Birdman's son?
That's his son. He raised them, so they look at each other like father and son.
Okay.
That's biologically no. Biologically no.
Okay.
But through growing up, Birdman had him was raising him since he was like 11, like real young.
O sea, sí, padre de crianza.
Yes.
Producción, ¿cuánto minuto? ¿Cuánto vamos ahí? ¿Cómo vamos?
51 o 29.
Estamos ya casi at the hour.
That's good. Yeah. So this is what's happening. The Verses. I can't wait for the Verses. If you guys can't wait for the Verses, if you're into hip hop, drop a comment. Let us know about the Verses. You heard?
Yes,
Let's
baby.
do it.
Drop
October 25th.
Who you think is gonna win? Who you think is going to win this Verses?
Yeah, the Verses. Yeah, who y'all think is gonna be worried?
What else you got?
I'm going for Cash Money. I'm going for Cash Money. That's what I'm riding with. I love No Limit 2 and all that, but I'm going for Cash Money. That's what I'm going for. You know what I'm saying? Because Lil Wayne is a beast. You know what I'm saying?
Espérate, y los No Limit, ¿quiénes son No Limit?
It's Master P and Snoop Dogg.
Papi, ¿qué pasa? Nah, No Limit.
Yeah, No Limit. Yeah. So he's going for No Limit. I love them too, but because they got hits. But I'm going for Cash Money, but they got hits.
Estas leyendas están haciendo álbumes todavía. Busta Rhymes todavía está rompiendo.
Legend. He was just out here too.
Just came out with an album last year, and
fire album. Yo, the production was crazy.
Ice Cube está por ahí haciendo
Dr. Dre produced that. Dr. Dre
produced the Snoop, and you gotta listen to that freaking album.
Yeah, and like you said, Ice Cube is doing basketball. I think it's the 3-on-3. I forgot what the name of I think it's a 3-on-3 tournament. The Big League. It's called the Big League. The Big
We're going to
Three.
be covering here in the Massive Talk podcast. We're going to be covering all these old school porque ellos están corriendo todavía.
Yes.
Hasta Onyx estaban por ahí.
They're still touring. They're still touring.
¿Tú sabes lo que es Casa Parlante?
What is that?
So Casa Parlante is a place, I think it's in Colombia. I think it is, or in Spain.
Casa Palante.
So it's one of these places that they put, coge muchos views.
Okay.
Es como así como Versus, es en YouTube.
Yep.
Que ponen artistas a cantar and they put their performance, their live performance there.
Yep.
Y el cazaparlante de Onyx tuvo caro. Es como un Tiny Desk.
Okay, yeah.
Pero cazaparlante es en un club.
That's fire. I know Tiny Desk too. They
y ahí ellos ponen Legend. No sé si es en Colombia o tengo que chequear si es España.
Is this all Spanish? Is this all Spanish artists and everything?
It's Spanish and English.
That's fire. That's fire.
Están poniendo muchos de los hip hop.
That's fire. So Onyx, you said, was there and everything?
Onyx estaba ahí.
That's fire.
¿Quién más tienes ahí?
So right now on the screen we got Nas and DJ Premier. They're releasing a collab album in December. So I wanted to highlight that. You know Nas.
Of course. ¿Quién no conoce a Nas?
Exactly.
Ustedes, dime. You don't know Nas?
If you don't know Nas, I don't know where you've been in this world. But Nas,
en el hip hop world, Nas era uno de los lyricistas más bestiales cuando se Whose world is this?
Yep.
The world is yours.
Yeah, fire, legendary.
Y lo que habla.
Lyrically.
Y ese tipo es un businessman. Ese tipo, tú sabes que
He just got.
Was it Cavassier? He did something with cognac. ¿Con quién era?
He did something. I think he
es
did.
Un licor que tenía. Fue de los primeros.
There's a couple things that he did that I'm kind of it's not in my head right now, but there's something recently that he also did. Now that we're talking about Nas, he got approved to open up a casino. I'm talking about. I don't know if it's like 50 billion or 500. It was some crazy numbers that he got approved. Jay-Z was in competition, not in competition. I don't want to say competition, but Jay-Z was first. He was trying to do a casino.
Jay-Z es el que corre el Super Bowl.
But let me,
the halftime.
The halftime.
Jay-Z.
Yeah, the Rock Nation. So now, or Live Nation, something like that is Live Nation for the Super Bowl. But talking about the casino stuff, a week before Nas got approved, for his casino, a week before that, Jay-Z was on the news trending that he was trying to open up a casino and he got denied. He didn't get approved for the casino. Se lo negaron a Jay-Z primero y después una semana después, a week later, Nas went trending that he got approved for a casino, and he got approved to open up a casino, but it was trending that, in the comments, and people were talking, they were like, yo, he got him again because of the ether. They were in battle years ago with the music.
I remember that. Diablo, loco, esa guerra. So Philadelphia fue de bomba.
So the internet took that and ran with it, and they try to say, oh man, Nas got him again. They try to flip it and stuff, but nah, shout out to Nas and shout out to DJ Premier on their new album. You know who DJ Premier is, right?
Of course.
He's a legendary producer. Yes, he's just legendary guy. So I wanted to shed light on that since we were talking about the verses and music. I wanted to talk about Nas and Premier. What else, man? What else we got?
Ready, papi?
That's it, man. That's all I really got,
this
man.
This is the Massive Talk podcast.
There's other things, but we could always move it along to another episode. But I'm happy that you guys were tapped in with us on this third episode. Louis, what do you want to say, man? Anything you want to add to this?
Send us topics and things that you want to see here. Okay, we are looking for sponsors. If you have got a business and you want us to showcase your business here, communicate with us. Ya tú sabes, Mass Double, hit him up in the DM.
And Luis Alzola.
If you want to, for business and stuff like that, hit Mass Double.
Yeah.
For sponsors and all that stuff. Now, if you want to be part of the show,
interviews.
Co-executive producer, Luis Alzola, ya tú sabes. Technical producer, Luz Cruz.
Yep. Loose Cruz.
Tú sabes la casa. Email me if you want to be part of the show. We're looking for community leaders, for artists, for people who want to showcase and bring their voice to our podcast. Communicate with me. Send me an email.
Especially if you're making massive moves. You gotta be making massive moves.
Si es para tú darte el gusto, darte una pata en el pecho, no me estés llamando.
Yep.
Oíste.
You heard him.
No haga Freddy Krueger.
Don't be like that, you know what I'm saying? Even though we're in the month of Halloween. But yes, Massive Talk Podcast.
But email me. Let me give him my email. ArzolaMultimedia@gmail.com. ArzolaMultimedia@gmail.com. If you want to be showcased in this show. Go ahead, señor.
Hey, yeah, man, we're about to get off this, man. I want to thank y'all. Round of applause, man, for everybody, staying all the way through the hour, man. We gave y'all another hour, man. We're tapped in, we're locked in. Third episode, man. How you feel about the third episode?
Estoy activo, papi. Estoy encendido. We doing this. Vamos a seguir por ir para abajo. Recuerda que Amado tiro lo mío también. I'm door dashing around, so check my little blog.
Check him out on Facebook, Instagram, everything, man. He's always posting vlogs and videos and clips.
Right now, Corillo, it's all about the Massive Talk podcast. All right? That's what it is.
And we out. You heard? Let's go.